Cole Robinson was out of his technical area on the left-hand side of the technical area, just a little bit in front of where I was, and some random man just shouted so loudly, "Oi, get back in your technical area, you daft prick."
Hello everyone. Welcome back to the Argyle Way, and this is the match review for Plymouth Argyle versus Oxford United. Some of you may know the result, but some of you don't. 1-0 to Plymouth Argyle. Brilliant result. Very, very tense match. Very tense match. I think everyone can agree with me on this.
Yeah.
At the 60th minute, I'm just going to say this already, I thought we was going to draw this game. I said in the 60th minute to my mates, it just feels like a 0-0 draw or a 1-1 draw written all over it. But when Whittaker scored that goal, I was like, I think we might have this in the bag because...
Can I just say, I was in the same mood in the 60th minute. I honestly thought we were going to drop points and Pompey and Ipswich are going to pull further ahead in the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted Bristol Rovers to do me a massive favour last night, and they didn't. They didn't at all. Of all the clubs as well, to do me a favour.
Yeah. I mean, Oxford. To be fair, Oxford didn't deserve to score anyway. They played dreadful.
They did hit the post one time, but no, we were the better team by far. We dominated that game, but we just couldn't put our chances away, and that's something we've got to be careful for if we want to beat Pompey on Saturday when they've got the likes of Colby Bishop and Scarlett up front.
All right, is that a little bit better? Is my voice a little bit better?
Yeah.
I just had to plug my headphones in. All right. We'll carry on. Carry on. What were you saying?
I was saying. Or do you want to go ahead, Liam?
No, go on. You go on.
Oh, all right then. No, I was just saying. We dominated the game, but we only got the one goal, and that was from our super sub of the night, Whittaker. But we had so many chances wasted. I didn't think Hardy had a very good game last night. Not gonna lie. He needs to be careful if he wants to do well against Pompey on Saturday. And it was a good 3 points, dominated the game, and yeah, I was the same as you. 60th minute, I thought we were gonna really drop points last night. However, so many chances wasted, and against second in the league on Saturday away, we can't afford to do that when they've got Colby Bishop and Scarlett up front.
Yeah. Very good strikers.
And I do think Pompey will at least score one goal if they win, lose, or draw on Saturday, regardless.
Yeah, very tough game coming up, and it will definitely be a big test if we can stay up there in the top 6 with the big boys. 100%.
Yeah,
for sure. But for the game, I'll go through the stats as obviously we'll go through the stats of this game, and they'll pop up in the front of this video as well, so everyone can look. But so possession, Plymouth Argyle 56, Oxford United 44. Expect G, we'll say that as well. 1.09 Argyle, 0.82 Oxford. 22 shots for Argyle to Oxford's 8. And accurate passes 311 and Oxford 216.
Oxford haven't had the season they would have wanted so far this season, but I didn't think they'd want...
to be honest,
fans would start turning on Carl Robinson just after a tough game against us yesterday.
To be honest, Cole Robinson's a mug anyway, to be honest with you, because he said, oh, we was right in the game when it was 0-0. I'm like, no, he wasn't.
I think what Oxford did,
to be honest,
they weren't in the game.
They weren't in the game,
but the only thing that they did in that game, especially before we scored, was that every time we tried a chance after chance after chance, everything they tried to do was defend for their lives. And all
I noticed was them pelting it back to their keeper and going for the long balls over our defence. That's all I noticed from.
Oh yeah, they did do that a lot as well. They did rely on their keeper a lot. Oxford's defence.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's a sign of weakness.
Definitely. And with our play style as well, we can easily pass it around and get out of dangerous positions. Like when we did it with, I saw Gillespie and I think it was either Longwick or Joe Edwards on the side, just little ticky-taka through and just got ourselves out of the dangerous pressure. Like,
yeah,
I swear Butcher did that once last night as well.
Yeah.
So I saw him do a through ball somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember which part of the match, but
And all, yeah.
I remember him
And
doing something like
who
that.
else noticed about Longwick's passing? Because Longwick's passing,
Yeah.
I thought his passing was spot on.
I think he
2
had a much
passes I
better
saw, he
game
went,
than before. Yeah, in so far in his Argyle career, I think
yeah,
he's had a much better. He's
Did
had
you
an
think-
improved performance, I'd say.
definitely.
Did you think Dan Scar played well?
Yes.
They gave him.
Yes.
They gave him man of the match.
Yes.
Not gonna lie,
He was solid.
I thought he was really solid, but I would have given man of the match to Bali Mumba. I thought he was our best player.
Mate, I'm saying this right now. He's already my favourite player. I love him already.
Yeah.
Bali, DM me anytime, mate. I fucking love you.
Oh.
I'll put that in the title. Harvey loves Bali Mumba. But anyways, from the stats, we definitely did dominate.
We
Not
did.
completely dominate, but we did dominate Oxford with possession and shots as well. But when we scored that goal, I thought they bloody scored that sitter. How on earth he didn't score that is mental, by the way. He was like 1 yard out. He was like 1 yard out. Crazy.
Yes.
Absolutely crazy.
How we haven't conceded at home yet, I'll never know.
In 5 games?
Well,
Yeah.
be interesting considering our next 2 home games are Ipswich and Sheffield Wednesday.
If we
They're
manage
gonna be
if we
huge for
manage
us.
to not concede or concede at least 1 or 2 in those games, I'll be bloody happy with that.
Well, even
But
if
I
it's like a
don't
0-0
see-
draw or something.
But I do not see us going and playing against Ipswich and Portsmouth and us dominating the game. We'll expect them to at least dominate us a bit more.
Because if we can somehow get away with Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday, and Portsmouth,
Yeah.
not let them score in their own park, I think that's what's it leave us with. The Tin Pot clubs after that, isn't it? Coming down to us.
But Portsmouth will be harder because they're away, and obviously Ipswich and Wednesday are at home. So we should be getting at least a point against Ipswich.
Who
and
scored
Wednesday
against
at home.
Portsmouth twice last time?
We did.
Is this in the 2-2 draw
what
last
player?
season?
What player?
Hardy.
There you go. Just a quick ball over the top counter. He went like that. But it depends how we're going to play out in that game. How are we going to lay up our playing style in that game? Are we going to do the exact same thing, or are we going to play a lot more different?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Hopefully, stay the same.
It depends how high they play up the field as well, though, ain't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys think Hardy will start on Saturday against Pompey?
Do you know what, though? I'm going to say this right now. I think it's getting a little bit risky for him at the moment.
It is.
It's getting very risky. He's on thin ice.
Yeah, he is.
And Sam Cosgrove came on and he nearly bloody scored. And as well, he'll suit Shuey's play style because he's a target man. Twice Cooper banged it upfield and he instantly got the ball. He's basically the target man. He'll just keep on doing that for sure.
People's been saying Hardy's not been doing the best, and to be honest, if he does get dropped, he should get dropped for Sam Cosgrove.
Well, some certain man said he's overrated.
Who said that?
Who did say that?
I think it was. I think it might be. I saw Callum's tweet on Twitter. I'll try and find it. I don't know if he said something along the lines of that.
If we do start Cosgrove though on Saturday, at least it gives him a chance, and then to prove himself if he wants that space in the starting 11.
He said, "Do not rate Ryan Hardy one bit."
Yeah. To be honest,
a bit harsh, I'd say. I know he hasn't had the best of forms at the moment, but I wouldn't just say wouldn't rate him one bit. I mean, look at what he did.
But to be honest, he doesn't shoot. I know he doesn't shoot.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of times in that game where we're like, just shoot, but he doesn't shoot. Like, it does annoy me sometimes, but I know he's quick and he's pretty skillful. But
where was you at for the game?
Where was I at? I was right, but where Plymouth Argyle was shooting in the second half, I was right behind the goal. Not right properly behind the goal, but to the left of it. Around the corner, near the corner flag, I'd say.
Oh, right.
You in Devonport end?
I think I might have been.
That's where Harvey England was.
He's on the far right, ain't he? Of Devon end.
Oh, speaking of which, just wanted to take this brief opportunity just to shout Harvey England's YouTube channel out. If you haven't seen it, of course, he's released a vlog. Check it out by all means. It's very good. I've seen it already.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the description.
Harvey's perspective of Plymouth's game against Oxford. The link will be in the description.
Yeah, the link will be in the description. If you want to see Morgan Whittaker's goal, that's on there as well. So leave the link for that.
And if you also want to see Harvey celebrating amazingly with his dad, it's all worth to see.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. How on earth he's guessing the scores as well is crazy.
I was in the Mayflower end. I was sat right next to Carl Robinson's dugout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Harv.
I was just gonna say we'll go on to player ratings after what you're gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. No,
go on, tell me.
I could tell from where I was sat, with Robinson next to me, he was getting so frustrated with his defense on relying on their goalies all the time. I could literally hear him. Like, it's not usually you go to football stadiums to watch a game and you're able to hear the managers screaming at your players and stuff. And I actually heard that for once, for the first time in probably my life, going to an actual game, hearing a manager, Carl Robinson last night, for example, screaming his lungs off at his defence for always relying on the goal.
Go on, tell them what you.
The backroom staff were there as well. They were all getting on, standing up. They were really. What's the right word? Encouraging their players.
Yeah.
Tell them what you. Tell them what you.
Oh, that was funny as heck. No, I think it was just a drunk Plymouth fan about 2 or 3 rows behind me. But 1 minute in one part in the first half, Carl Robinson was out of his technical area on the left hand side of the technical area, just a little bit in front of where I was, and some random man just shouted so loudly, "Oi, get back in your technical area, you daft prick!" I thought, wow.
That's brilliant. That
poor Carl.
And as well, if you saw when Morgan Whittaker scored, one of the fans came on, bloody tried just bumped past Bali Mumba and just started celebrating with all the players.
Nice!
He got booted out of the stadium. He got booted out.
When you get back, you get a life ban.
Yeah, you'll get a life ban.
Celebrating, and he got booted out. Oh, that's
know.
Annoying.
I don't know if we'll be able to know who it was, but I don't know. But we'll move on to player ratings now. So we'll rate. If you guys are new to this channel, we rate players out of 1 to 10. 1 being, I'll blatantly honest, very shit, or 10 just amazing, in the game.
Or if you put it this way, 10 absolutely elite, 8
absolutely
class,
elite,
6 solid, 4 not bad, and then 2 and 1 absolutely tin pot.
Absolutely tin pot. But we'll start with goalkeeper Michael Cooper.
I'm gonna say 4, and I know that you might.
He kept the clean sheet.
That is true.
The clean sheet, and
you might be thinking why, but that's only because I didn't think he did much during the game because of the fact that Oxford was so poor. So he didn't have much to do.
I know he made that quick reaction
of course, he did make that clean sheet.
But it was going wide, but it was still a decent quick reaction save, but it was going wide. But
actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll bring it up to a 5. I was a bit harsh.
Yeah, 5.
I'll bring it up to a 5. I love Coops, obviously. So yeah, I gave it that at the start though, of course, because I didn't think he had much to do because Oxford were poor going forward. Of course, they had that one shot hit the post, and that was their main chance of the whole entire game.
Yeah. Next player, Nigel Longwick.
He improved this game, I thought, compared to previous games.
Improved.
I'd say an 8.
Improved.
Yeah, I'd say around 7 or an 8. Yeah. I'll go with a 7.
His defensive positioning was good, and I noticed that he was pushing up the field a lot more than usual as well. Good passing as well. I do like that from a centre back as well. I do like that. I'll give him around like 7.5 or an 8, around that. He played pretty well. What did you get? What are you giving him, Liam?
I said an 8.
An 8. Yeah, fair play. And the crazy thing is, I've just forgot his age as well. He's only 19. He's only 19, and he's
No,
He's
19.
young, isn't he? Yeah.
yeah, and he's playing, and he's already like pushing out. I don't know who's on the bench. I can't remember, but he's playing really well. He is playing really well. Got to give respect to him.
I think Houghton was on the bench last night,
Houghton,
if
yeah.
I remember.
Crazy that
Yeah.
he's getting pushed out as well. But
isn't Bolton's injured at the moment, isn't he?
yes, James Bolton.
Yeah, I thought he was.
I think he is. Yeah. All right, next player. I honestly think he's gonna be. He might push for man of the match for me. Dan Scar, very
9.
solid.
9, yeah. I
9,
agree.
very solid.
Yeah,
I think
Very
everyone
good
agrees with that.
performance. Very good performance.
Yeah, definitely. Gillespie.
7.
This is where I had a bit of a debate last night with a fan at a chippy last night. Because he gave Gillespie a high rating, but I will be honest, I didn't give Gillespie as high as some of our others at the back, like Scar, for example. There were 2 mistakes I thought he made that were quite costly going into the game, but thankfully for our fortunes, Oxford didn't take advantage of that at all, considering how poor they were last night.
Yeah.
But I would give, I have to go for a 5.
I'd give him a low, like 7-ish. I think that's fair.
Jack, did you go for a chip? Did you go for a chippy and McDonald's?
No. I know.
Bloody hell! You'd have to be a fat bastard to have both. Goodness gracious me!
Well, I am one. So what are you gonna say?
I am one.
No, literally no. I went past the takeaway on my way back, and some guy went up to me and he said up the Argyle. So then we just ended up talking about the game.
Yeah.
But no, I'm between a 5 and 6 for Gillespie. I'm gonna.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? On FootMob, I've got this FootMob app as well. He's man of the match on here as well. 8.1 rating. You having a laugh? Yeah.
Wow.
Bullshit.
I did not expect that to be.
I'm deleting this app after.
Of course, their opinion at the end of the day. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
All right, next player. Joe Edwards. I thought he had a decent game on that. I think it was what side was he playing on? I think it was the right-hand side?
Yeah, it's the right-hand side. He's not going to be a left back, is he?
All right, calm down. Yeah, right-hand side. But I thought he played pretty well with Longwick on that side. Definitely solid.
What are you guys giving Joe?
7.
I'd probably give him like a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll go a 7 for Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam Randall, he came off in the 90th minute, also got a booking as well in that game.
But I still thought he's another one at the back that I thought had a much.
And I think he's going to become. He's slowly improving in our team. He's another player that's come through our youth, and he's becoming to be a very good, important player for us. Like Cooper, for instance, he's going to be one of those players that will be vital for this season because he's already becoming a very good midfielder player at the age of 21. And he's got loads more to improve on. He's got a good future ahead of him. Very good future.
I'm gonna give him an 8, Randall.
Yeah.
And it's the same guy that I spoke to at the chippy last night, and his man of the match was Adam Randall.
Yeah.
He said Randall had a phenomenal match last night, but I would say not as good as Scar, but I'd say better than Gillespie.
Yeah, not good as Scar, but
I'd give
him an 8.
I'd go 7, to be honest.
I can understand.
You could bring it down to 7.
Maybe for the booking,
something, but
maybe for the booking, but be a little bit harsh. Really.
Overall, you just because you get a yellow card doesn't mean.
To be honest, though, I'm going to jump off topic here.
On your performance or
but
something.
I forgot to talk about this. But that referee, you told me about this.
Oh
Jack.
yes, I did tell you about this last night at the end of my vlog when I was filming it. I'm sorry,
that referee was a
shambles last night. How biased he was towards Oxford United last night, I don't know. I couldn't believe it. And that's also why Oxford stayed in the game, because they had 12 men.
Mm-hmm. And did you see them bloody tackles on Finn Azaz and Niall Ennis? Bloody hell.
I knew they were going to be yellows, but I knew
two-footed.
I knew they were going to be yellows, but I knew also there were going to be fans around me that were going to chant off, off, off.
Most fans said to me, that's a bloody red card. At
first, I thought it was a red.
Yeah.
But I saw the ref give him a yellow.
They were lucky. They were lucky, if I'm truly honest.
It's a booking at least, so that's something I'd give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Worst thing the ref would have done.
We can rate the referee as -10.
-10.
Worst thing the ref could have done was just not booked that Oxford player at all and just fouled and then give us a free kick. Or even worse, obviously, he got fouled and then he continued to play on. And I'd be like, that's where I would be very cross.
Sick. The next player, Matt Butcher.
Solid performance, I thought. Yeah,
solid performance for sure.
Give him a 7. Also give him a 7. But
yeah,
7. Yeah,
7. Yeah, definitely. Next player, I'd say my man of the match. If I'm truly honest, Bali Mumba.
10. I agree.
But already my favorite player
on our pitch.
Already my favorite player. Fucking love him. No game pun intended there.
Mine is still Michael if I had to choose.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say around like an 8.5 to a 9. Definitely. For sure.
Also, of course, so Joe Edwards has the same namesake as my brother, so that kind of fits in as well.
Nice. All right. Next player who I actually thought had a decent first half and then he got taken off in the 62nd minute was Danny Mayer. What's your honest opinions on that?
Oh, I don't know about Mayer, to be honest. He's in the 50-50 one for me because I will be honest, I didn't think he had the performance like Mumba did. I didn't think he had the performance like Izaz did either. But I don't know. Mayer's a tricky one for me. I didn't think he had the best of performance, but I didn't think he was obviously terrible. None of them were terrible at the end of the day, apart from Hardy.
Yeah.
Of course we say that we won.
Yeah, we won, mate. Okay.
I'm gonna say, and also the referee, he had the worst performance of them all. Right, I'm gonna give Danny Mayer a 6.
I'd say if it was based on first half, I'd say around a 7, but then the second half around a 6. Yeah, so around a 6.5 for me. Yeah, I'd say yeah. But next player, Finn Izaz. Again, good in the midfield as usual.
Should have scored, to be honest.
Should have, yeah, he should have.
Give him a 7.
He had quite a lot of chances outside the box, just around the edge of the D. But like, it was at the first half where we was creating chances, but we just couldn't like get our shots on target, if you get what I mean, or near enough in the box, where we was just resulting to shooting from long range. But Finn Izaz, though, I still rate him as a good player, but
don't think anything will top his Barnsley performance.
Nothing will top
that debut was a dream.
What rating are we giving Finn Izaz? Around 7.5? If that's
I give a lot of them. I'm giving a 7 for last night, but that's probably because I think that's how much out of 10 I rate most of the majority of Plymouth's performance last night. Anyway, dominated the game, but we couldn't get our chances in. But we could eventually score. Whittaker, saviour, like I said.
Yeah. Next player, who I'm gonna rate him lower than a 7 is Ryan Hardy, 6.5. 6.5 to a 6. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
Well, if I rated Cooper at 5, then I'm surely gonna have to give Hardy a 5 as well.
Yeah.
Probably even lower.
I'll probably drop it to 5.5 then. I'll drop it to 5.5.
Yeah, in fact, I'd go 4. If I've given Cooper a 5, I'm going to give Hardy a 4.
Yeah, true.
But like I said, obviously earlier, I haven't given Cooper low because he was bad. He wasn't bad at all. He had a quiet game because Oxford were terrible, and then the clean sheet came when Oxford had that chance, which they didn't take advantage of.
Yeah. Next player was Niall Ennis.
No, we're on to the subs now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on to the subs now. Yeah. Niall Ennis. He came on, done his bit, replaced Ryan Hardy. He done his bit at striker for around 38 to 42 minutes when he came on. But I think he was a main part of that goal as well, where he got the shot, but it deflected straight behind to Whittaker. But he was getting in behind the defence a lot. Niall Ennis. I feel like he could either push out Ryan Hardy. Definitely, I feel like he could push him out, or Cosgrove.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd say 6 for Ennis.
It's an average rating, ain't it? Because he's come off the bench.
Exactly. You can't give them a high.
Like Ryan Hardy,
rating
for
if they
instance,
just come off the bench.
he's played for most of the game, and then Ennis comes on as a sub. You might as well just give him average rating.
The only reason why Cosgrove was an exception in the Derby game was, of course, it won us the game.
Mm-hmm. And another tweet I saw as well. I don't know where it is, but he said Shuey's subs are much more better than Ryan Yoles. When Ryan Yole was manager, the subs were just like, honestly, just weren't like useful. But when Shuey brings on his subs, they're an instant impact.
Wait, sorry, is this Ryan Lowe you're talking about?
Comparing Ryan Yole's subs to Shuey's subs, that they're making more of an impact than when Ryan Yole brought on his subs, something like that.
I'm glad Shumi's doing well anyway, because, well, we all know Lowe's a snake, so we have no words to say about that.
We'll rate him after the play.
How did Preston get on today? I want to see how they did.
I think they played yesterday, didn't they? They drew 1-1 to Burnley.
Oh yeah, they did drew 1-1 to Burnley.
All right. Next player, Morgan Whittaker, instantly for the goal, coming on, getting the goal.
9?
I would say a 9. Bloody hell!
I wouldn't go that high.
I wouldn't go that high. Jesus, probably like an 8.
I'd say an 8.
7.4. Yeah, 8's reasonable. He came on as a sub.
To be fair, it did win us the game.
He won us the game as well. And he did have an impact as well on the game in the second half as well.
Yeah,
definitely as well. I'm starting to like him a lot more. I think he's suiting Chewy's play style, like tactics wise, coming on as a sub or either starting. I think he's suiting.
He's similar to Lomwick. He's had a slow start, but he's starting to gradually build up these performances.
How tall is Whittaker? 6 foot. Doesn't because he's kind of quick as well, though, ain't it? He's skillful and he's quick. Like, yeah. But next player I will probably give him an average rating because as it was his home debut. Cosgrove, 6, 5.5 or something. It's just average rating. He came on as a sub.
Yeah, it probably would be something like that.
Yeah. Then Wilson, 6. He's just come on in the 90th, and Houghton, 6.
Yeah,
that's fair. And then we'll move on to Stephen Schumacher. Rating for him as
10 masterclass. Substitutes worked, and that's what got us the win. No, I'd love to give him a 10, but no, he's definitely up there. It'd be a 9 at least because at first half I would say 6. We were the better side, but nothing was working.
But we couldn't get our chances off.
Took our chances, wasted them all. I even said in my podcast with Nick Harris and the Young Fan podcast, I said Shumi might try a new style of play against Oxford, but I also said if and this was about Cosgrove we were talking about because both of those two said they couldn't blame Shumi at all if Cosgrove started that Oxford game, and I said I wouldn't start him yet. Hardy's still our number 1 striker, so I'll give him that chance for the Oxford game. But if nothing works up front as the game progresses, then that's where I'd say bring Cosgrove on. And that's, to a certain extent, that's exactly what happened because Hardy had a poor game last night.
Yeah. I think it's one of his worst games, one of the worst games he's had in an
I would say it is
one of his worst, but up there.
I'd say it's one of the worst of his in a while.
Worst of his in a while, yeah, for sure.
But every player goes through that anyway.
Yeah.
No matter what club you're at.
Yeah, for sure.
They've got a tough match as well. Yeah, the top 4 face each other this weekend. It's going to be mental. Dockyard Derby, and then Kieran McKenna faces Darren Moore.
Yeah. Are they home or away?
I think Sheffield Wednesday are home. I will double check. But I was speaking to my Pompey mate Gabe last night, and we were saying that it's big for the top 3 anyway, because this weekend, Portsmouth play Plymouth at Fratton Park. Next weekend, Plymouth play Ipswich at Home Park. That's match week 11. And then the week after that, Ipswich play Portsmouth on the 1st of October at Portman Road. So the top 3 face each other
And then we got
in the next 3 weeks, and we have blimmin' Gareth Ainsworth and Wickham. Yeah, it's a Hillsborough. It's a Hillsborough on Saturday. You know what? As much as I said in the previous predictions that watch Portsmouth demolish Burton and then we cause their first defeat of the season at Fratton Park, and I know I said that optimistically. I said 4-2 Argyle because I have faith in that. But Sheffield Wednesday, that could be Ipswich's first defeat of the season this weekend. Sheffield Wednesday might come back this weekend. I know they beat Morecambe, which to a certain extent was expected. They've lost twice already this season.
I mean,
like Plymouth have. They've lost to Peterborough and who was the other one that Sheffield Wednesday?
I've got a good question. Ooh.
Who was the other one Sheffield Wednesday lost to this season? Barnsley. It was Barnsley.
Barnsley,
yeah.
They could really come back from those 2 defeats they've had already. And
another thing, Derby lost to Lincoln.
I got that spot on. I said Lincoln would win that as well. 2 East Midlands clubs going against each other. I don't know what it was. I felt confident Lincoln would put a surprise on Derby last night. I said 2-1 Lincoln. I was close enough. It was 2-0 Lincoln, but I'm very pleased with that. That's done us a favour as well because
for sure.
Obviously, I see Derby as another threat to us this season. But the match that shocked me the most was Peterborough's home defeat to Fleetwood. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, for sure.
Same.
I had Peterborough to demolish Fleetwood like 6-1 or something, and Fleetwood won 1-0.
They had a good number of fans as well.
Fair play to Fleetwood.
And look at this as well. The last, I'm going to count EFL Cup and EFL Trophy. The last 5 games Peterborough has played, they've lost 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, fair play to Scott Brown for that. It's a terrific.
And I'm going to have a question here before we end this off. And this is a question about some of the teams in League One. What team scares you the most? Sheffield Wednesday, Portsmouth, or Ipswich?
Wednesday, probably.
I was going to say Sheffield Wednesday.
I would say not going to lie. Right now, I'd say Ipswich.
Yeah, either Sheffield Wednesday or Ipswich.
The only time we're scared of playing. The only time we're scared of playing Wednesday is when they play us at Hillsborough, but at home park.
But at home park we're brilliant against them. But you could also say the same against Ipswich. Home park we're brilliant, but when it's at Portman Road, they're brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Pompey doesn't scare me as much because we always end up having a good result at least against Pompey. But to be honest, I could just say I know they're not the best side in League One, but I could say the team that scares me the most is Wickham because we never get a bloody result there or at home against them.
Yeah, but look at their season so far; they've been poor. That
is true. They did win last night, didn't they, against Accrington Stanley? Yeah, 1-0.
Yes, 1-0.
But
that's what we got to do. We got to beat.
No, they played against Morecambe, didn't they? No, you're talking about
Wednesday.
Sheffield
Wednesday beat Morecambe 3-0.
Wait there. Yeah.
Because Jake messaged us last night saying good win for you boys, and I just said, I saw you guys won 3-0, and then he was saying that there were a lot of things Wednesday could improve on despite the 3-0 win.
Yeah. Apparently they battered them.
29 shots, and they're like 4 or something.
Jesus. Woo!
I got MK Dons wrong. I said MK Dons would cause an upset on Bolton, but Bolton really came back last night and won 2-0.
Did I say 2-0 or did I say 2-1?
Yeah. You said a Bolton win, but I can't remember the scoreline.
Yeah.
That's another one that shocked me. Charlton. Forest Green got a point at the Valley last night.
No, that's
it didn't help
Charlton.
It didn't help Charlton though, because Charlton did go down to 10 men.
That's still embarrassing.
Ryan Innes with a sending.
I've got another good
at the end of the game, funny enough. But
I forgot. I'll add it.
I was jokingly saying to everyone last night, saying, "How on earth did we not get a result at Charlton at the Valley, and yet Forest Green did?"
Yeah.
Welcome to League One.
And Derby, yeah. You said this week, walk in the park.
I can't believe it. I'm genuinely astonished that I ended up going with a Lincoln home win, and they ended up doing it as well.
Hopefully Exeter lose at Pride Park. That'd be good.
This is yeah.
Because then I can just go Pride Park is it for everyone.
Derby and Exeter have each other on the 25th of October. We have Shrewsbury at home that day. that night. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we will win and they get battered by Derby, don't they?
if Exeter got a win at Pride Park,
No, mate.
it wouldn't. I don't think it'll happen. But could you imagine? It'd be the best day of their lives.
Of course it will. They haven't experienced a fucking good match like that in bloody years. Come on, man.
Like Charlton, they were meant to play last weekend. Like a few of these teams, I think Exeter have never played before. Charlton, Derby, they have played Pompey before. They have played Bolton before.
Exeter will go and beat them, and then
Charlton,
they'll celebrate.
Derby,
They'll celebrate like they won the bloody league. Like,
they will. No, in Exeter, they will. Charlton, Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, and Ipswich. I don't think Exeter have ever played before, so I think it is the first time for them.
Who's going to finish the lowest out of these teams? Okay. Portsmouth, Oxford, Wickham, Sheffield Wednesday, MK Dons.
MK Dons.
Yeah, MK Dons.
Yeah.
Yeah, MK Dons for sure. To be honest, though, I'm honestly going to say, I think Wickham. I don't know, but we'll see about Wickham. Really.
Who have they got next, Jack? Wickham.
Who have Wickham got next? Wickham.
They've got Derby.
Away to Derby.
Oh, good.
And then
I will be honest. I do think Derby will, as it stands, I think Derby will bounce back on Saturday from those two defeats they've had. However, I wouldn't rule Wickham out in that game.
Yeah.
That'll be a hard game, that will.
And then they've got Sheffield Wednesday away after.
That is a hard run for Derby.
And then they've got us, and then they've got Oxford away, then Peterborough at home, MK Dons away. Woo!
Yeah, Wickham. Yeah,
Woo!
Wickham away to Sheffield
Good
Wednesday.
Run of games.
Wickham are at Hillsborough on the 24th of September. That same day, Derby should home win because they have Cheltenham.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then they've got Cambridge away. Derby have.
Yeah.
And we have Wickham, two of our local rivals play each other at St James's Park because Exeter will be hosting Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
I'd love to beat Wickham. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
They always screw us over.
I remember the game last year at Home Park when I think it was Akinfenwa jumped off the bloody bench, and then they came over to our side, and he was doing this.
Oh.
Get out of here, mate! Piss off! I don't care.
Well, he doesn't really. I don't.
What does he mean? What does he mean?
I don't think Akinfenwa likes Plymouth much anyway,
there.
because that's like Fergie time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Akinfenwa's the biggest fan of Plymouth Argyle anyway, because first of all, obviously he was at Wickham and that rivalry in Sparks. Second of all, when we lost that playoff final in 2016 to Wimbledon, he was playing for Wimbledon and scored for Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And third of all, he has played for a Devon club in his career, and that was Torquay.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I thought Torquay like us.
Well, I mean, Torquay do dislike Exeter more than us anyway, so that is a win.
That's a dub, really, if I'm truly honest.
Okay, so Akinfenwa's played for Boston, Leyton Orient, Rushton and Diamonds, Doncaster, Torquay, Swansea, Millwall, Northampton, Gillingham, back to Northampton, back to Gillingham, and then Wimbledon, and then Wickham. Wickham being his best.
And then hashtag United for one game. We'll count that. Who cares?
Yeah.
Rushton and Diamonds, that's a blast from the past.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
Is,
It sounds like, like I said before, it sounds like a casino poker club.
Yeah.
Akinfenwa was his youth career was Watford.
Yeah. But yeah. Do you know what? I'm gonna honestly say we can chat all we like, but we'll end it there. Boys. But
yeah,
it's been an absolutely brilliant match review. What else do I say? Huge support on our channel, by the way. Amazing.
Yeah.
58 subs, 4,300 channel views, and our most viewed video is on 2,200 views. Mind blowing. You guys are incredible, seriously.
You thank me for that.
Yeah, and we thank Liam. And I think you deserve to be at the top of the description and in this video for that. Your link deserves to be at the top for that.
Good.
Yeah. But Our separate channels will be under the link in the description. My channel, Liam's channel, Jack's channel, and Harvey England's channel, mainly his vlog.
Wag one.
Don't say that.
What? It's a brilliant saying.
It's a brilliant saying. Yeah, okay, whatever. But we'll let it flow. Anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. It'll probably be predictions for League One.
When they pull on the green, they're all Janners.